So in this week's episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about procrastination and really struggling to actually take action and to progress and do something in the way that you think you want to do. You see yourself doing it, but you can't actually push yourself to do it. Like you feel lazy, like you feel like, I know what I need to do, but I just can't be bothered to do it. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So Bob Proctor actually gave a good example of this in his early life. So he runs a company called Proctor & Gallagher, and he tells you about retraining your subconscious mind and the different ways that you can do it. And the issue sits in the subconscious. That's what he tells companies and individuals and communities when he goes and does the coaching and training for them. And what he explains is you need to change your behavior on a subconscious level to be able to beat things like procrastination, because what you're doing, you've trained yourself to just be in a certain behavior whereby you become lazy to do that particular activity. It's just a habit, that's all it is. You need to break yourself out of it. And one way that I read in the book Mastery, that you guys know is one of my favorites, is Robert Greene says in there, one way to overcome that is to have a short span of time where you have a quick burst of energy. So let's take my day job, for example, in recruitment. So I cold call and I have to call multiple people to win business, right? And I can call as many people as I want, or as little amount of people as I want. Now, the example that he was stating, and the principle that he was stating, I then applied at work, and I thought, okay, right, in the space of an hour, instead of calling maybe 10 or 20 people, whatever it might be, let's try and do like 30. Let's try and do an intense amount of work in that short space of time, and let's see what happens. And it naturally just brought my energy up. That would be something I would probably be lazy to do, especially on a Friday, and I'm not really feeling it, and I'm like, oh, it's the end of the week, and you know, all the feelings that you guys probably get when you're trying to do something. And it brought my energy level up. Didn't have to have no coffee, drugs or whatever it might be, just to get your energy level up and to beat that procrastination. There's no magic pill for it. It's just action, taking the action to do that thing that you need to do. Now, that's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is affirmations as well. So every morning and every night before you go to sleep, your subconscious is most susceptible and most porous to absorb any information that's coming from the external world into programming your mind. So when you wake up and when you go to sleep, you can tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself to reprogram the mind. So for example, if you want to break out the habit of being procrastinating, you can say to yourself something along the lines of, I'm an action taker, and anything I write down in my action plan or my to-do list, I always complete. Something along those lines, and you repeat that, morning and evening, and you're then slowly training your brain to think, this individual, this person, is someone who takes action. This is what we need to do. And then it will find you the energy, and it will find you the drive to actually want to do that. Now, the last thing I want to say to you is figuring out why you're doing it. Why are you actually doing that particular task? Like, you're going to get bored doing something that you don't care about, or there's no reason to do it. Why would you do it if you know you're not going to get anything out of it? So you need to figure out, why am I doing this? What's the reason that I'm actually doing this particular task, or I want to complete this particular task? So is it because it's going to get you more money? Is it because you want to keep up a relationship with your partner or with your friends, and you know you need to do that particular thing to keep up the relationship and to maintain it, or to take it to the next level? At work, is it that there's a particular assignment that you keep putting off? Do it first. So you have multiple things that you've got lined up in your head you need to do. That one thing that you know you need to do that first, before anything else. And I've tried this as well, and it works. There's always that one thing that I'm putting off. And I'm like, yeah, I know I need to do it, but we'll do it later. I'll do it after, in about 4 or 5 hours. And then when 4 or 5 hours come, I'm like, oh, I'm too tired, or I've got something else to do, so I'll do it next week now. Do that thing first, and then you'll see how good you feel to then be able to attack the rest of the task, because you know that monkey's off your shoulders. So I'm going to leave you with that, short and snappy, with this episode, to take action, to actually push yourself to that next level, to get out of your particular comfort zone that you're in now, and to get out of that and to complete the task that you want to complete, so you can feel more confident about yourself. Because once you've done it, you're going to feel proud of yourself, the fact that you've actually done it. So till next time, remember you're only one decision away from becoming a legend.